The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Tama is drawing away, and Tama with Mike Smith, they win the Parx, Pennsylvania Derby.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parx Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
Il Miracolo now in command.
Let's Go Racing is proudly brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi. We have a great show today. Some serious performances here at Parx, including a son of Arrogant that breaks his maiden by 20 lengths. A Kentucky Derby contender is back on the track here at Parx, the non-betting Tampa Bay Derby. And we pay tribute to horse racing legend, track announcer Larry Letterman. Lots of excitement, lots of drama, just like horse racing always is.
It's the way it is, Dani. Non-betting events leading up to the Kentucky Derby. But man, we saw a really fast horse here on Monday. Ran right out the TV set.
We did a well-bred horse. We're talking about Monday's 7th race. It was a maiden special weight. We're talking about Treble Clef for trainer Kate DeMasi. Now, this horse has raced a few times with Hall of Famer Bill Mott.
Interesting. Had an 83 buyer, which is going to decimate this field if he comes anywhere near that in this particular. If he comes anywhere near that in this contest. Dani, the group together was a mere 0 for 86. So this is the spot. We got an 0 for 30, an 0 for 20, and an 0 for 21. This is the place to break your maiden.
This is the time to shine. Here is Monday's 7th race.
The trio on the front, they're putting a lot of daylight between themselves and the rest of the field. Treble Clef, a narrow margin. On the outside, Brushback and Burn the Evidence. Those three, just about a length and a half separates them the opening quarter, 22 and 3. It's a big gap back. Tricolor changing the karma, and Crack the Code has a lot of work to do at the back. Treble Clef has a narrow lead as they head down the backstretch. It's Treble Clef, Brushback to the outside, Burn the Evidence. Those three, then a big gap back. Tricolor changing the karma still in 5th, and Crack the Code, he can see them all. There's a half mile left to go. Treble Clef has opened up a bit, leaving Brushback in his dust. On the outside, Burn the Evidence still in 3rd. Then it's back to Tricolor changing the karma and Crack the Code. The half 47 flat, and Treble Clef, he's now just coasting along all by himself. The favorite has a comfortable lead into the far turn. Brushback and Burn the Evidence, those two losing some ground. Tricolor getting in gear. He has a lot of work to do, but he's starting to make up some ground, and nothing from changing the karma and Crack the Code at the back. There's a quarter mile left to go. Treble Clef is in a race all by himself right now. He's making his way through the turn and hits the top of the stretch in comfortable command under Alicio Ruiz, running on gamely. Tricolor, but he has a ton of work to do. Treble Clef with that big, beautiful pedigree, he is just going to win by a pole today. Treble Clef is just opening up. There's about a 16th left to go, and Treble Clef and Alicio Ruiz, he's hitting all the right notes today. An impressive maiden winner. Treble Clef, then it's a long way back to Tricolor.
And Treble Clef just in a race all by himself. That was like Secretariat, 20+ lengths victory. He is a beautiful horse, just regally bred by Juddmonte.
Yeah, it's interesting. Obviously, there was some kind of an issue, or he wouldn't have been for sale, but I think Peter Stable and Kate might have a good one here. Again, not a particularly strong race. I love my man Jack Armstrong was second with Tricolor. Now, Jack's just had this horse not that long, but this is classic. 30 starts, Dani, 9 seconds, 7 thirds. But the horse has won $94,000, so you can win money without winning, but I'm sure Jack would like to be in a winner's circle, but I think we're going to hear more from Treble Clef.
Oh, yeah, he's a have to obligatory. You guys remember her from the Cotillion. She got second, but Treble Clef, we look forward to seeing him take another step forward. Well, let's get right into Tuesday's 9th race. This is the return of Brooklyn Strong. He was in the Kentucky Derby a few years ago.
He was for Danny V, the New York bred. Now it was kind of a last-minute decision, remember, to run him. And Bruce and I were actually there when he got on the van. They sent him to Kentucky. He didn't run too well in the Derby. He hasn't run all that well since, but he's got some back paper. This horse has won $300,000. Now he's back where he belongs with Danny V here at Parx.
Yeah, we're excited to have him back. Laytown is actually the post-time favorite for Jacinto, so at least we've heard a lot about him. And Ness has one in there. And Thirsty Pappy for the Duns. You guys know the Duns, they have a nice horse in here as well.
Yeah, this is a really interesting race. Laytown looks like Lone Speed on the outside, but Jamie Ness, Sheriff Ronnie, has been with Ness for 2 starts and is 2 for 2.
Here's Tuesday's 9th race.
Sheriff Ronnie has about 2-3 lengths over Laytown, who's inching a bit closer with that big stride. In on the rail, the gray caught and collected to his outside. Thirsty Pappy, he's now up to 3rd. Then it's back to Rumjar in 5th, and nothing from Brooklyn Strong at the back. The opening quarter, 22 and 3. Sheriff Ronnie leads them the way down the backstretch, and Sheriff Ronnie clear lead for now. Laytown in second. Thirsty Pappy, he's now up to second, sticks his nose in front, and he's beginning to gain. On the outside, Rumjar is fourth, caught and collected, losing some ground. He's in fifth, and Brooklyn Strong still trails the half, 46-4. As they make the run into the far turn, Sheriff Ronnie has led every step of the way. He gets let out a notch under Frankie Pennington, and he is responding. Thirsty Pappy tracking in second, but not making up much ground. Laytown's in third, but losing some ground. Then it's Rumjar, caught and collected, and Brooklyn Strong as they head through the far turn. Sheriff Ronnie has been in command every step of the way. He has a quarter mile left to go. Sheriff Ronnie, Thirsty Pappy game in second, but not making much of a dent in Sheriff Ronnie's position at the top of the stretch. Sheriff Ronnie being asked for a little bit more. Thirsty Pappy in second. Laytown third. Making up a little bit of ground now is caught and collected, but Sheriff Ronnie, he is in command and in control under Frankie Pennington. Sheriff Ronnie opening up now. 16th left to go. Sheriff Ronnie, he's in charge, and Frankie Pennington gets 3 on the day.
And Sheriff Ronnie and jockey Frankie Pennington with a big win. We're going to be talking about these guys a little bit later, but they were pretty dominant Tuesday.
Yeah, we said 2 for 2, make it 3 for 3. And the race kind of changed at the beginning when Thirsty Pappy, the 6, kind of veered out a little bit. Laytown as a speed horse kind of took his best chance away, but Sheriff Ronnie is probably going to dominate anyway. Jamie Ness in the winner's circle with Frankie P.
Always like to see that. We're going to head to our first break, but when we come back, Chris Griffin is going to have a feature for you guys, and we're going to head down to Tampa Bay Downs for the Tampa Bay Derby. All this and more coming up on Let's Go Racing.
And the race is on in the Lamb Home South Tampa Bay Derby.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
This is Parx.
This is how you roll, this is how it goes. This is how you pop, this is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you excite, this is how you all night. 360 hit me, now we're going all in. I can feel it calling, the crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Go Racing. Do you feel lucky? Do you?
I don't know, Danny. I'm about to find out, I think.
Sometimes I do. Well, our very own Chris Griffin goes on the hunt for everything lucky. It is March, you know, and you do see a lot of green here around here at Parx Racing.
We've got the lucky list. We got to put the lucky list together. We need like 5 things. A horse with lucky in the name. Good one. Got to find a shamrock. Got to find a shamrock.
You should look for the biggest horseshoe.
Biggest horseshoe. We should find the 2023 winner, the Prince Lucky Stakes. It says lucky in the name. Who are we the luckiest to have here at Parx? Love that. All right, guys, so we got the list. We've got our 5 things that we got to find. We're going to go all around the backstretch and see if we can knock out this lucky list right here. And look at this. I just happen to be wearing this Caretaker's Day green sweatshirt. So I'm dressed for the occasion. Shout out Penn Horse Racing, by the way. Mrs. Potts from Turning for Home. New team member here at Parx.
Yeah.
Everything going great?
Yeah, everything's great.
I got to find a horse named Lucky. You're the person to ask.
Try D. Curry's barn, barn 6.
Barn 6?
Yeah, barn 6.
All right, let's head on over there. All right, so the first thing on the list, it was find a horse named Lucky. Where's D? Where's D? Where's D? D. Curry, the famous one. First of all, D, you've been all over Let's Go Racing lately.
I have been.
A lot of success in the winner's circle. You feel lucky, so you might have heard about this lucky list. I need a horse named Lucky.
Well, I happen to have a horse named Lucky, made from Lucky, and she's right over here.
Oh my goodness, the magic of television.
She is Pennsylvania bred, and her breeder was my former owner that passed away, Bill Brady. how Irish can you get? So the luck of the Irish, he named his redhead, I'm a lucky girl, and her first race is coming up. So it should be this month, which is, you know, the Irish month.
Item number 1 off the list. We found a horse named Lucky. I'm a lucky girl. She looks amazing today. Let's go find out more on this lucky list. I'm headed back out of here. Bye, Dee.
Bye. Have a good day.
All right, so we got to find a shamrock, and where else can we find a shamrock but Bobby Ann Hawthorne's barn? That's right. Look, right here. We've got it. That's a shamrock. The H for Hawthorne. We got to find the biggest horseshoe here at Parx. So what? Richie Vega. Look at that. I just happened to run into you. And there happen to be horseshoes right there.
Right there. Yeah, we collect them and somebody comes and picks them up.
Yeah.
And, you know, they recycle them.
Really?
Yeah.
But is this the biggest that we can find?
No, that's not the biggest one.
What? Where do we think
the biggest one? You can find it over there in the winner circle.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's where you can get
the winner circle is the biggest horseshoe. Let's go take a look. All right, you heard Richie Vega, and he said the biggest horseshoe would be on the front side. And there it is. We're back here, Bobby Ann Hawthorne's barn. That's right, the Shamrock. All the good luck indeed. And look, he's nodding his head already. Notice of action. He was the 2-year-old champion, actually, here at Parx. And notice of action is right here. Yes, you won the 2023 Prince Lucky Stakes. Who are we lucky to have here at Parx?
You know, Chris, I think we're lucky to have our entire membership, our owners, our trainers, our backstretch employees. We have a great community here within the PTHA at Parx Racing. And I think there's no group we are more lucky to have than our backstretch employees.
Television star, social media star, Liz Moore. How are you, Liz?
I'm good. First of all, we're so lucky to have the horses because we live from them. Majestic animals, they're very smart, and we love them. I love to spend my day in that barn. It's just like very rewarding to see when they win. And we love them.
She runs things over there. I mean, she is an absolute boss, and you're always willing to jump on screen. We're going to have you on Let's Go Racing a bunch. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
You're going to be contributing a whole lot. And by the way to go on the memo with the green.
Yeah, go green.
For Let's Go Racing, Chris Griffin with Liz Moore, Jeff Maddie. Back to you guys in the studio.
Well, we could all use a little lock-in.
Yes, we could.
A lot of superstitious people here at the racetrack, me included.
You ever one of those people?
Sometimes. I don't get crazy with, but I like red. Red's my color. I feel good in red.
You know what I'm looking for, Dan? The fastest horse.
That's good. I'm looking to own the fastest horse. Well, thank you so much, Chris. Let's head down to Tampa Bay Downs. It's the Grade 3 Tampa Bay Derby, Kentucky Derby, points on the line. $400,000 at mile 16 for 3-year-olds. Now, there is no favorite in this race because it's a non-betting race.
What do you mean there's no favorite? What happened?
Well, there was a tote malfunction. Can you explain to us what even happened?
I'll do my best. So there's a 40-minute delay. The horses were marching around the paddock because the tote system, Am-Tote, just went out. And not just at Tampa Bay, but a number of other tracks. Late in the day on Saturday, Roberts Communications and Am-Tote, they put this together, and there was some kind of server issue in the middle of all this, a bandwidth problem. It was very confusing, very disappointing. It's the biggest day of the year for Tampa Bay, so you feel terrible for them. I'm sure they lost another $4 or $5 million in handle, but no betting on the Tampa Bay Derby.
There was no betting, but they did get the race run, and here's the call with my friend Jason Beam in the Grade 3 Tampa Bay Derby.
Good Money, the leader, 25-1 for the opening quarter mile. They are in no hurry up front. No more time. It's going to sit second today, but now coming up to apply a little more pressure as they work their way up the back stretch. Grand Mo the first is third in the yellow colors. Ever Do It stays down toward the fence in fourth. Just in between horses, here's Domestic Product, fifth right now, 2.5 off the lead. It's a length and a half more than back to Crazy Mason. Harton stays to the inside from seventh. Then comes Katira Vizcaya, who starts to back up a touch, being joined on the outside by Sturdy. And at the back is Give Me Liberty. But again, not much pace on, 51 seconds. They've really crawled here in the Tampa Bay Derby. Good Money leads them by the 3/8 pole. The lead's a half a length to No More Time, who just got given the cue and went right into the bit. No More Time right up alongside of Good Money. Grand Mo the first, pushed along from third. Domestic Product looms just in behind fourth, 2.5 off the lead as they come to the top of the stretch. Good Money and No More Time. These two into the lane. Domestic Product going to swing toward the 3 wide side. Grand Mo the first, right to his outside. Final furlong time now. No More Time pokes the nose in front. Good Money tries to counter. Domestic Product. Grand Mo the first still in with a chance. Flying is Hardened up the rail. A wild finish here. A titanic tussle in Tampa. That's any one of four here. They drive the wire. No More Time or Domestic Product.
Domestic Product with the win. Jockey Tyler Gaffleone I'm a huge fan of these practical jokes, and so is Chad Brown, Claridge Stable. I think they have a nice horse on their hands. It's a horse that's developing.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting finish, Danny. I mean, it was a 3-horse photo at the wire. No more time. It was won the Sam Davis was right there. Only an 82 buyer. I don't think these horses are Derby threats, but I would say this. It is Chad Brown, Seth Klarman. You know they're going to win a Derby. There might be more here. They're going to run them one more time. They're trying to figure out where. Maybe the Wood, maybe the Bluegrass. So I don't say the horse has no chance, but he's going to have to run faster at some point. But it's only a question of time when those two. They've won every big race there is.
Oh yeah, and these practical jokes, they get better the older they get. They're not horses that are young and
Chad said, I'm not waiting around. I don't need all this time. I need to run this horse one more time before the Derby.
Yeah, they're not precocious, that's for sure. But no more time with a good effort. We'll see where he goes next. Let's go into some more racing down at Tampa Bay Downs. This is when the tote was working. This is the Grade 3 Challenger Stakes, $100,000 at mile 16th. We're talking about this race because Skippy Longstocking is our post-time favorite.
Right, and he was in the PA Derby in 2022 when Taba won. It was so impressive winning. And this is a neat horse for Saffie Joseph. He's won $1.5 million, been in a lot of big races. And yes, there was betting, and yes, he was 3-5 because he looked like he laid over the field.
Dynamic One, second choice for Poli Stable, teaming up with Top Pletcher.
Like Skippy, he ran into Pegasus, and like Skippy, he didn't run too well that day, but better spot today.
Here's the call of the Challenger.
Skippy Longstocking in second. It's a length and a half more back to Banyik, who's up to third. Length and a half after that. Finds Dash Attack between horses. Sherlock's Jewel starts to advance outside of Dash Attack, and Dynamic One is the trailer. Just over a half mile left to go in their journey. Impacto has made every yard thus far. Skippy Longstocking draws within a length and a quarter now after that 46-4 opening half mile. It's Impacto to the far turn, just over a length in front of Skippy Longstocking, who can't complain about the location, is only a length off the lead. Length and a half more back to Sherlock's Jewel and Banyik. Dash Attack trying to launch from the back, and at the back is Dynamic One. It's Impacto still the leader. Skippy Longstocking given the cue to come after that one. Sherlock's Jewel, a fresh challenge up on the outside. Skippy Longstocking grabs the lead as they turn for home. Sherlock's Jewel a length back in second. Banyik trying to get going. Dynamic One going to swing toward the outside as they come to the 8th pole. Skippy Longstocking, that lead now almost out to 2. Trying to get to that one. Sherlock's Jewel in second. Then comes Banyik and Dynamic One. Skippy Longstocking trying to see it out for a final 16th in front. 2.5 lengths. Sherlock's Jewel is second. Dynamic One and Banyik. But
Skippy Longstocking gets the win there. Tyler Gaffleone, just a really cool horse. He was just, you could see he was waiting for Tyler to ask him, just a real professional.
Found the right spot, and he is a really neat horse. Any horse that going over $1.5 million is pretty cool.
Well, we're going to go to another break, but don't go anywhere. We still have best of the rest, lots more races. Our jockey and trainer of the week and a turning for home family photo for you coming up.
One night, one stage. Woo! Country music's hottest supergroup, The Frontmen, featuring Richie McDonald, formerly of Lone Star.
Baby, I'm amazed by
Larry Stewart, lead singer of Restless Heart. Tim Rushlow, formerly of Little Texas. Friday, March 29th, the Excite Center at Parx Casino. The voices that brought you 3 decades of #1 country hits live. On sale now at ParxCasino.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
The hard-working folks
who proudly earn our living
in Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs. And billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. We're on NBC Sports Philadelphia. We have a turning for home family photo. This is Deep Canyon. She's a California bred mare. She's with her family, the Byers family. You can just tell they are so grateful for her and really attached to the daughter.
Anytime we can have a photo from turning for home is a good time, Danny.
Deep Canyon loves her family, the Byers family. Well, let's get to our jockey and trainer of the week. This is kind of a combo. Our jockey is the great Frankie Pennington. He had a triple win day on Tuesday.
One of the best to ever do it here, no question. He's in the Hall of Fame for a reason.
Teaming up with trainer Jamie Ness. I know we talk about him a lot, but he deserves it. You know, one of the coolest things about Jamie was Sevier, that Frankie and him teamed up for a win. This is the horse's 30th career win, 76 lifetime starts. That is just so awesome.
30 wins just doesn't happen anymore in this sport, but Jamie Ness is going to be, I don't know, top 5, 6 all time by the time he's through, and he ain't even close to being through. My man wins, and wins a lot.
Yeah, we're lucky to have him here at Parx Racing. Well, let's get into the best of the rest, and this is our PTHA Trophy race. It's Tuesday's 7th race. A mile is the distance, $25,000 is the purse. All right, guys, keep your eyes on the number 7, Jules in the Bay, with rider Michael Sanchez.
Been battling from the start, Danny. The 7, Jules in the Bay at 7-2 with Michael Sanchez. And boy, it looks like Jeeper, the 4-5 favorite, is going to get by, doesn't it? I mean, like the whole stretch? Nope. My man Roger Brown runs 1-3 with Jules of the Bay and a long shot Majestic Lion. Jamie Ness splits him, and Roger was talking after the race like, man, all that PA bred money, all good.
He bred Jules in the Bay. Even cooler, we did catch up with the winning jockey, Michael Sanchez. Here with our winning jockey, Michael Sanchez. Jules in the Bay, a birthday win for you. He was a little acting up a little bit in the gate there, but you kept him to task. What was he like the rest of the way?
Yeah, you know what? He's a little horse. He likes to fight. Even like saddling in the gate, you know, he's game. Those kind of horses, you know, they like to fight. And, you know, I watched all his, you know, replay. I got to pick him up because Ruben wasn't here. You know, he got a fall. And he's a game horse, you know. As you can see, I never even hit him. As soon as I saw Dexter on the outside, I know he was going to, you know, fight him the whole way around. And he just keep digging in. So he likes his job.
Happy birthday, Michael. Will be really cool if we can see Michael in the Kentucky Derby this year.
That would be lovely with the great Uncle Heavy.
Yeah, he's got a couple of shots in there. Well, let's head out to California. This is the Grade 3 San Ysabel Stakes. 3-year-old fillies, $100,000 on mile 16th, and Baffert has a star in here.
It does indeed. Kinza, the best 3-year-old filly in the country, is in front. They're not going to get anywhere near her. Dani's going to win by 5 in the end, and she has nowhere to go. She cannot run in the Kentucky Oaks. We've been through that. Baffert has the best 3-year-old colt and the best 3-year-old filly. We'll see him maybe in Baltimore. We'll certainly see him for the Preakness, maybe the Black-Eyed Susan.
Yeah, Starlet, I meant to say. We will probably see her in the Black-Eyed Susan. We're going to head to our final break, but stick around. We have Parx picks and Craig Donnelly trying to make you some money. All this coming up after our break.
When you open the Parx app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the anticipation of another face card, the thrill of an extra spin, and the pure joy of a jackpot. It's all your favorite games at your fingertips. Plus, get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parx.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Go Racing. This is Parx Picks, and Dick and I are going to take a look at Monday's 9th race. Nice optional allowance claiming race. Big purse there, $53,000. 7-horse field. Who do you like?
Yeah, it's the return of Scaramouche. Remember he won the Gallant Bob a couple of years ago? He hasn't been doing too well lately. I'm going to go with Uncle Ernie, the 5 for John Service and Frankie Pennington.
Well, I'm going to go at 5 Dreams, recently claimed by Jamie Ness. Nice win when Mike Moore had him. Yep. A nice horse when Miguel Rodriguez had him. This is just a true sprinter. Ness had him originally, takes him back. He knows the horse. And Dexter Haddock remains aboard. He's had a lot of wins with him.
We'll see who knows what on Monday.
We'll see who knows what. Well, let's see what Craig Donnelly has to say. Here's more with him.
Before I make the selection for Monday's program, I'd like to mention my good friend Larry Letterman, who died recently, one of the great announcers. Larry dared to be different, and he was great at it. He was a very funny, self-deprecating man, made a lot of really terrific calls, and was always pleasant to be around. Made it easier to come to work. I just wanted to mention that we drove a cab briefly in New York. His most famous customer was Robert Redford, who he said tipped very well, and I'm sure Robert Redford had some good laughs on his short ride with Larry. In Monday's 6th race, I like number 1 Telephone Line. She's daughter of Dialed In, who won the Florida Derby. What impressed me about this filly, the first time she ran, she was wide. She was the only horse in the race that did not have experience. She ran down a 1 to 10 shot in the stretch. Very promising debut. This is an excellent field. It's going to be a little tougher, but I think breaking from the rail, which has been no problem lately, she should work out a good inside trip, and I think she'll beat a talented field in the 6th race.
Now it's time for Eye on Racing, and we got a little something different too. Some nice races down at Laurel Park on Saturday, and somebody we're particularly interested in.
Yeah, for sure. Golden Tabby's going to run in the Conover Stakes. That's Jamie Ness, John Finelli, and Michael Sanchez. And John was excited because he looked at the race and said, I think we're low in speed, so she could be dangerous down there. She's a cool horse anyway. 18 starts, 9 wins, 5 seconds, over 300,000 in earnings.
Oh, a homebred from my friends at Shooting Star Stable. I know they'll be rooting for her. Golden Tabby is awful fast, and we're really looking forward to Monday's 8th race. A couple of horses that are returning.
For sure. B-Doc. Remember B-Doc? He was in the PA Derby for our buddy Joe Bessaker. He's been down in Kentucky with Doug O'Neill just about a month ago. Sent him up here. Jamie Ness has had him for a month. I saw Jamie and said, what do you think? Good horse. But it's a really good race. I mean, Magic Michael, who's actually entered the Harrison Johnson today at Laurel, he's going to scratch and run here Monday in a Darrow for John Service. A really powerhouse race. But the return of B-Doc, of course, named after the great Brian Dawkins.
Oh, lots to look forward to on track here at Parx Racing this coming Monday. Well, now we have to pay tribute to track announcer Larry Letterman, who passed away.
Yeah, Larry's one of my great friends in the business. He and I basically were around Parx for a long time together. He called Mick at Atlantic City, at Freehold, at Garden State. He substituted here for Keith on occasion. And what is this, like 25, 30 years ago, he called a charity harness race at Garden State Park. And guess who was driving in this race? None other than then sportscaster Bruce Cassell.
It's Bruce Cassell showing the way and has gotten off to a 4-length lead. In second is Pete Christie with H.H. Fleet. Ron Burke continues to solidify third. Ron only going around one time. It's time to move. Pete Christie is not settling for that. He wants H.H. Fleet closer, and Christie gives him the word. I don't know what that word is. I'm afraid to repeat it because I think I just read his lips. And in third is Ron Burke. Maybe this horse is bred for turf. Well, I don't know, Ron. Come on, Ron, you can do it. Now there goes Bruce Cassell. He shakes the lines up. He's given the Hall of Fame drive, and Bruce Cassell takes off at Mike's Best. And all of a sudden, Mike's Best and Bruce Cassell, he's entire straight. He's shaking the lines. He's praying, and the beads are flopping up in the air around his neck. And Pete Christie on the outside is coming with each and every stride. And Bruce turned around. He went to intimidate him. Pete Christie, and he has. He looked over, and he wished that Pete Christie's horse broke, and he did. And Bruce Cassell, he's on his way. Look at those hands go. Bruce, keep your day job.
What a beautiful and creative call by Larry.
One of the very best, and I wrote about Larry this week on Let'sGoRacingParx.com, and my headline was Larry Letterman, the best of us, and he was in every way. We'll miss him forever.
Oh, we certainly will. Well, make sure you come join us. We are racing here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Post time's 12:40 now. You do not want to miss Monday's card here at Parx. Thanks for watching us. We'll catch you next time on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Tama's got the lead now. It's Tama in the center of the racetrack, but Tama is drawing away, and Tama with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parx Pennsylvania Derby.